What a wonderful world. What a wonderful place. Where you are, what you're doing, who's in your face. This is Pop Cult Parent, the retrospective podcast where we, look at stuff we used to watch as young men, talk about it, share it, discuss it, rate it, judge it, have a good time with it. I'm one of your hosts, your boy Mark, aka Clyde Jones, and I'm joined with two of the greatest co-hosts that ever walked this great earth. Gentlemen, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Yeah, this is Niels R.Y., a.k.a. Disney's Wildin', y'all.
They are.
And this is Shannon Smith, a.k.a. I'm so glad I finally got Disney Plus.
Shannon, you got Disney Plus?
Yeah. We've had it for like a couple months now. But,
welcome, brother.
Yes, welcome. Man.
Do you understand what we were talking about now?
I don't know what you were waiting on, but welcome.
I don't either.
But we're doing a little special episode that's a little different from our usual game plan because Disney just released the Hounds the other day. They announced everything. And Nels, you kind of wanted to talk about this, so I'm gonna just pass the ball to you, brother.
All right, y'all. So I gotta take a deep breath. If y'all were like us, you're probably minding your own business, getting work done, enjoying life as it were, considering all things like, transition of presidency, even though one person don't realize it's happening, and, Corona. But outside of those things, you were just working and enjoying life. And then all of a sudden, you get like an alert or you're on the gram or you on whatever, and you're like, oh, okay, there's some Marvel news coming up. Cool. Oh, okay. There's some Star Wars coming out. Cool. And then you realize it doesn't end. And over again, you are seeing and hearing new TV shows, new cartoons, new movies coming out. And you're like, what happened? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all what happened. Disney had an investor meeting. Just an investor meeting. Just a regular old investor meeting. And within that investor meeting, they let the dogs out. And now we are getting buku content from Disney. So Mark and I earlier, we were talking about what happened for Disney to go ham and release everything. And so we were talking about how, y'all probably know this, HBO Max, they're going to release all their 2021 content in theaters and through HBO Max at the same time. So everybody's like, okay, obviously I need to get HBO Max so I can watch all these movies for free, even though technically you ain't really watching it for free because your subscription is how you're paying for the movies, but that's neither here nor there. And so, nobody really knew what Disney was going to do, but we knew Disney because Disney's petty as hell. They're going to do something about it. And this is what they did. They are going to bless us with, for the next 3 years with a whole bunch of stuff. So, fellas, this is what I want to do. There's a whole bunch of stuff that was announced. I specifically want to talk about a couple of the Star Wars things, a couple of the Marvel stuff, but in general, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that I just want to throw out there just for the pop cult to know. So y'all can be expected to know what you and your children will be spending the next couple of years watching. So cool. First, let's start with Star Wars. As you all probably know, The Mandalorian is saving the Star Wars franchise solo dolo, just single-handedly saving the franchise.
Yeah,
and
it really
if you've been watching the past season, y'all saw that Ahsoka, played by Rosario Dawson, was one of the best, if not the best episode of The Mandalorian ever. Guess what? She getting her own TV show. Just like that. Y'all liked it. Disney's like, what else y'all want? Bam, she got her own TV show. Guess what else is getting her own TV show? The Rangers of the New Republic, Andor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, The Bad Batch, which I think is some experimental clones. Do you know anything about The Bad Batch?
Yeah, The Bad Batch, they're from the Clone Wars series. They're a group of clone troopers that their genetics were just a little different. Some of them, one of them's like stronger than the other one. One can like, he's really smart. So like they're kind of a special elite clone trooper unit, but they're like real special ops. So like they really don't really follow orders like that. They kind of do their own thing. You know, when they get new commanders, they're kind of like, all right, whatever, just stand out the way. But they were invented solely, I think, for the Clone Wars show, and they were brought to life in this new season when Disney acquired them. We didn't know we were going to get a season 6, but we did, and they appeared in season 6.
So we're talking about stormtroopers with superpowers. Cool.
Not necessarily superpowers, but like basically they are like the A team of the clone troopers.
That one is super smart, one has super strength. They got superpowers.
Not necessarily super, but they bad.
Okay.
And I'm assuming they have good aim, because I feel like none of them have had that. So that's enough right there.
Facts.
Yeah.
There's a show called Star Wars Visions.
Yo, Nels, can we talk about Visions though for a second?
Yes, please.
I'm excited for this because if what I read is correct, this is basically going to be like tellings of the Star Wars stories, but these are going to be from anime directors.
Wow.
So I'm super hyped.
Star Wars anime. What else y'all want?
Bring back Clone Wars, the original one.
The Acolyte, which is like a mystery thriller, I believe. I don't know much about it.
Not too familiar with that.
A droid story. And I saved what I'm excited about most for last.
Yes, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting a Lando Calrissian show. If y'all forgot who Lando Calrissian is, he's the coolest black man in space. And yes, Childish Gambino will be playing Lando for the TV show. So I'm excited about that.
It's gonna be a fun show. It's gonna be
any other? I know Mark, you already commented, but any other things that y'all want to talk about for the Star Wars?
I'm hyped for Rogue Squadron. Patty, is it Jenkins, who just directed Wonder Woman 84? She's the director. If y'all don't remember, Rogue Squadron was it was a game on N64, one of my favorite games. That's Luke Skywalker's squadron of X-Wing pilots.
Never heard of it. That's what's up. That wasn't even on the list.
You didn't have Rogue Squadron? The N64 game?
N64 only consisted of like 4 games for me.
Okay. Well, it was a fun game, but like that's Luke Skywalker's squadron of X-Wing fighter pilots that he commands during the New Hope and Empire and Jedi.
Between Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars and all the things, I feel like since the year 2010, they've been like, okay, I don't know if you're someone who's like, I don't know, very old, you're just like, look, now I got to live till I'm 120. Like every time they're like, here's another reason to live 10 more years. All right, 10 more years. Like they just keep throwing it out. So, cause like, you know, when they drop this is what, another 5-10 years. Like you're like, bro, like I gotta see Rogue Squadron. Like that's what, 2023. Then I gotta see. So yeah, that's my only take. It's like, bro, like when they drop, they're like, you know, we have increased life expectancy by 10 years of every human on Earth.
Jon Favreau has like single-handedly scooped this franchise up, dusted it off, and just made it like, not to sound cliche, but fresh and new. And if you haven't been watching The Mandalorian, you need to get on that. It is some of the best Star Wars that ever existed. I saw a tweet that said the last 3 or 4 episodes of The Mandalorian have been better than the last 6 Star Wars movies. I don't completely agree, but I'm being quiet.
Wow. That's a tweet. No comment. That's a tweet though. Mandalorian is a great show. And yeah, I've said this before on the podcast. I'll say it again. Like if you look at this list, there might be like a couple of showings of a Skywalker, but like this ain't really about them. And like I'm excited. I'm like thoroughly excited to watch all this stuff. It's just crazy that we're like in this place now, that the Star Wars is now a universe and not just like a singular story about like a specific family. We're in a crazy time, y'all.
And you know what? This is what kept and we'll move on, but this is what kept Star Wars alive after the original movies, like the EU books, the extended universes, the different, you know, aspects of the war and different characters. This is what kept it. There was like a 30-year gap between those movies, you know? So like this is what kept Star Wars alive, and Disney's tapping into that.
Yeah, it's very smart of them to do. All right, y'all. So the next group is Marvel. As you all know, I'm super excited about this because I'm obsessed with superheroes. So here's a list. Some of this is going to sound very familiar because we've heard of it before, but it's more of a refresher. So we got WandaVision, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, The Loki. Those are all TV shows. The What If TV show that explores, you know, some like if like the watcher is going to say, well, what if the Black Panther was actually the Star-Lord, and what if Peggy Carter got the super soldier serum instead of Steve Rogers? You know, like that, like it explores like those what ifs. Miss Marvel, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
Kamala Khan's getting her own show. The Hawkeye TV show, which is based out of like a very good run of comic books. The Hawkeye comic books. I haven't read them, but I've heard nothing but good things about that comic book series. So I'm sure the show's going to be good. And then there's going to be She-Hulk. She's one of the most pivotal Avengers ever, and she's getting her own show. But I think this is going to be more like a superhero Law and Order, which what else do you want? Superhero Law and Order. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Moon Knight, which is Marvel's Batman, but like with mental issues, I believe. Secret Invasion, Ironheart, Armor Wars, I Am Groot. Guardians of the Galaxy is getting their own holiday special.
I'm here for it, dog. I'm here for it.
Marvel's got a lot going on. So, fellas, what's y'all reaction to some of the news from Marvel?
I mean, I think everyone was waiting for this because the first three phases of Marvel took up almost 20 years of our life. Maybe 10. I don't know. I'm bad at math. Yeah. It was 18 movies. I always do that. But so people were kind of, you know, and Endgame ended on such a big note, and to see these like ideas, and this is like, yo, these are fresh ideas, fellas. This is interesting stuff where we don't know where this is going to go, where it's going to take us. I'm very excited for What If. Because I think it's an animated series, and I'm really excited to see Doctor Strange 2 and WandaVision, because apparently WandaVision is going to play a big role into Doctor Strange and the madness of the multiverse of madness.
And for me, I like when I first saw this, I was just like, bruh, like just couldn't believe it. So my first thought, so not when they had released the whole slate, but when they were first just at the very beginning, like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a Loki show, we're gonna have Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I was sort of like, all right, like they're gonna exist, but they're just gonna sort of be like, okay, we made these shows. Like not to throw shade at them, but I was thinking sort of like how DC did with their was it like their Teen Titans, like the sort of live action thing? Like that was one where it seemed like it's good, but it's like if you don't watch it, life goes on. So I was thinking it was gonna be like that. And then like I said, once they released that whole slate, and then I still haven't been able to see all the trailers, but like I saw like the Loki trailer, like that really got me, because of all things, I was like, I didn't really expect Loki to be that great, but that like the trailer had me like, yo, this is, I'm interested. Like, you know,
so women. There wasn't a bad Loki. Trailer. There wasn't a bad trailer. Even when the trailer was talking about what the show might be about. I was like, oh, that's fire. I love it.
But you saying I was saying that I don't know where I saw this, but apparently like women love Loki, dog. Love him. So like they was gonna make a Loki trailer. They're gonna get they're gonna get that demographic money.
Gotta tap into that demographic. But yeah. So just like y'all said, I'm excited, and I'm like, I don't even know where to start, but they're gonna decide for me. So whichever one comes out first, I'm gonna start watching that one, and then start watching the next one, and the next one.
Well, y'all, it's gonna be WandaVision. Like here's my thing about all of this. Everything about the MCU going forward is going to be based off of what happens on WandaVision. That is a lot of weight that they're putting on a limited series TV show that's about to come out. They are backing the future of the MCU off of this TV show. And like, if y'all know anything about House of M, which I believe WandaVision's kind of partly be based off of, House of M is one of the greatest comic book series ever in Marvel. And it's all about like the craziness of Wanda Maximoff's powers. So I'm like super excited, but like I'm also like, yo, I mean, why am I even nervous if Marvel can pull it off? They made a Guardians of the Galaxy TV movie, and it was great. They made Ant-Man good. They pulled off how to make a Doctor Strange movie. Why am I even wondering if they're going to pull stuff off anymore? Whatever, it's going to be dope.
If there's any studio that you should have like blind faith in at this point, it's Marvel. Like you hit the nail on the head. They made when I heard Ant-Man, I was like, dog, I ain't seen no Ant-Man movie. And we talked about this. The fact that we live in a world where an Ant-Man movie is better than a movie versus Batman and Superman.
Batman versus Superman. Ant-Man movie. World. People are more excited to watch Ant-Man than Batman versus Superman. When you said that hurt my feelings, but it was also true.
It's sad, but it had to be said.
One other note, y'all, on Marvel, just because it's relevant before we move on. As you all probably have seen, another news that came out, which is Black Panther 2, they are not going to recast T'Challa. So they're going to do Black Panther 2 without a new T'Challa. So the assumption is that means Shuri, who did take the Black Panther mantle at some point in the comics, will be the Black Panther in the movie. But it should also be known that, y'all, a couple of people were Black Panther in the comic books. Like, it wasn't really just T'Challa. Like, a couple of people were Black Panther.
Can I ask y'all, how do y'all feel about this?
I was like, for me, like, I felt like that was probably the best choice. Like, I sort of saw it coming. I'm like, okay, good. To me, that by not recasting, that means Shuri will automatically become. But now I'm like a little worried because, I don't know if y'all saw the stuff. It happened maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that, where like in real life, the actress who plays Shuri sort of like put some stuff out there on Twitter, and people were sort of like, yo, like, not saying they canceling her, but, so in the public eye, she's sort of some would say a liability right now. So I'm a little worried. I was like, they might sneak up and recast her. So yes, Shuri is going to become Black Panther, but they end up recasting her.
I saw that shit. I think they're already doing damage control on that. She sent out something like a kind of apology about her. I don't even know what she said directly. It had to do something with like vaccines, but she sent out an apology and like what she was trying to say. But I don't know, man. I'm a little indifferent about this because I understand Shuri becomes a Black Panther. I'm cool with that. I don't have a problem with that. I feel like I understand this was a tragedy. There's so many incarnations of the Joker, of Superman, of like all these superheroes, and the first time we get like a really powerful, pivotal Black superhero, he gets one movie. And I feel like Chadwick Boseman would have wanted this character to go on, and he probably recognized what this character meant. So I don't know. I'm a little like indifferent about it, not because like Shuri's going to become the Black Panther. I would have liked T'Challa to get like at least one more or two more movies in before they retired as a character.
While I want to see more T'Challa, I also have a hard time thinking of T'Challa without Chadwick Boseman. Like anytime Ian sees Chadwick Boseman, he points at him and says Black Panther. Like it's going to be tough for me, for Ian, for probably anyone to like look at someone else and be like, this is our T'Challa. Now it's been done over and over again, but I think it'll just be really tough. And honestly, Mark, the way I'm looking at it is like, oh, look, we're going to get another T'Challa. It may not be in the next couple of years, but we're going to get another T'Challa because, like,
yeah,
the story's too rich. It's too good. And it made $1 billion.
He'll be back. I just, I wish he didn't have to go so soon. Mm-hmm. And that's the character and Chadwick Boseman. But I don't know. I was just kind of rubbed the wrong way because, like, Heath Ledger, iconic performance. We've had like 3-4 Jokers since his performance. So, like, it can be done. And I get what you're saying, Nels. I think it's a wasted opportunity to keep something powerful going forward. But I know Homegirl's going to kill it, So I'm not worried about it or anything. And it's going to be a great movie. So I'm also sad that I won't get to see a live action version of a Storm and T'Challa wedding too.
Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. That is the last thing that I need. Before I die, I need to see a live action Storm T'Challa wedding. And I will. Hush your mouth, Mark Jones. All right. Let's move on. So there is a whole bunch of other things that Disney and Pixar are both doing. Too many to name. So I will just throw out there some things that I think the pop cult would be interested in. So specifically for Pixar, I'm sure y'all know that the movie Soul is coming out with Jamie Foxx.
Real quick, which I'm hearing is like on what's the movie? Coco and the feeling what's the feelings movie? Inside Out level.
Yeah.
Like some screeners are saying it's one of Pixar's best.
Wow. Well, add, really good content plus black people equals billions of dollars. We've kind of seen this. So Pixar a little slow in the game, but cool. That's what's up. I'm not surprised. Then there's also there's a Cars TV show coming out. Mark, why is Cars making all this money? You told us earlier, but I want to put it on wax. Why Cars is making all this money? Because I've never really been a big Cars fan, but yet Cars consistently got some random thing coming up, whether it's a movie, whether it's a TV show, whether it's random stuff. Like what's up with Cars?
So apparently, and I don't remember where I read this, but apparently when it comes to Pixar movie merchandise, Cars is the number one selling movie they have. It makes sense. Little boys and little girls both like playing with cars and cars that talk. I mean, the toys are probably fun. I've never seen a car, like animated movie toy, but I'm pretty sure you pull it back and it lights up and it says your name or something, so it's probably an easy sell around Christmas time. And kids love those movies. I took my nephew to see the third one and he's like, Lightning McQueen, So kids love those movies, but with a lot of this stuff, it's all about the merchandise, and so that's why we're getting more Cars stuff.
And last but not least, I don't know too much about this, but supposedly they're going to have a Buzz Lightyear movie, which I think is like the origin of Buzz Lightyear, and Chris Evans is going to be the voice of Buzz Lightyear. I mean, take my money first and foremost, but like, What do y'all think about that and any of the other Pixar announcements that I shared?
I think it'd be pretty cool, man. Like, do y'all remember Buzz Lightyear had there's a Buzz Lightyear cartoon?
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear and the what squad? The something squad?
I don't know, the Space Squad. I don't know, the Space Rangers or something. But I don't know. I think it'd be fun, like an actual Buzz Lightyear the person movie. Like, I'm here for it. Chris Evans, why not? You know, Pixar's another studio that they don't have too many duds. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see it. If
Cars is their duds. That's it. And they still keep making those.
That's true. That's true.
And I'm the same. Yo, I'm with it. Let's see how it goes. And at the very worst, even if it's a dud, you just made a lot of money by selling toys. You know, and so it's gonna be it's gonna be good. And I mean, he's the favorite, right? I mean, I feel that way. Like Buzz Lightyear is like the favorite toy. Everybody likes him. So,
dog, I feel like every couple years there's always a Buzz Lightyear toy in like Walmart or Target. For some reason, they always come out with a new Buzz Lightyear toy. So, hey, no one wants a Woody.
I mean, look, do y'all remember like when y'all first watched Toy Story and y'all saw Andy play with Buzz Lightyear? In the back of my mind, I was like, yo, that's kind of a dope toy. Like, I kind of want that. Like, he got a laser and a jetpack that goes in the wings. That's kind of dope.
He flies.
So, yeah, no surprise there that we still get Buzz Lightyear toys. All right, Disney, we're not done yet. Disney is making a Hocus Pocus 2. They're making a remake of Three Men and a Baby with Zac Efron. What else? They're remaking Cheaper by the Dozen, but with black folks. They're making a Sister Act 3. They're making a Night of the Museum cartoon show. They're making a live action Pinocchio. They're making a Peter Pan and Wendy show. And they're making a remake of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, but live action. What?
They're going all out, man. They're going all out. One thing, they're making a Tiana movie. Tiana was the Princess and Princess and the Frog. Very underrated Disney movie. That I feel like that's one of their best. So I'm interested in what that movie's going to be because she lives in New Orleans at the turn of the 20th century. So or the 20
it's 21st. Like Steamboat Punk without the punk.
So
just straight Steamboat.
Is this going to be before she became a princess frog and dealing with racism in New Orleans? Like, well, I'm very interested in what this movie's going to be about.
I'm almost positive it is post Princess Frog. Okay, so she is a princess, but she's also a businesswoman.
Got you. Hey, I mean that sounds interesting. And,
gotta be good for business.
And I guarantee you, there's going to be some type of. For some reason, she's going to have Princess Frog powers where she could turn into a frog. I guarantee you there's going to be some type of like gimmick, you know, because it's just not going to be about a hardworking black woman in New Orleans. So,
I was like, Disney might be progressive, but they ain't that progressive.
it ain't going to be about the struggle, you know.
And even
that's true.
And so we've been talking like about the amazing like movies, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, all of that. I was just looking at even on like some random like the National Geographic, like Will Smith and Chris Hemsworth are going to have like their own sort of show where like Will Smith is going to be like embarking on a journey to unlock the secrets of the planet's extraordinary unexplained phenomena. And then Chris Hemsworth is going to do something where it's like exploring the limits of the human body. So, but even like Will Smith and Chris Hemsworth are like, they're getting in on this, and it's not even action movies. It's National Geographic. Like,
that sounds amazing. Actually, Will Smith's Instagram is one of the best Instagrams ever. So I'm down to see Will Smith travel the world. Like, I feel like, that's going to be an entertaining show.
I cannot believe we are. What a time to be alive. There is a Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers remake coming. I wonder how they're gonna redo that theme song though. Mark.
Who would you get to redo the Chippendales? Dang, I don't even know who you get to redo that.
I don't think you get anyone.
What's her name? Billie Eilish. What's that girl's name?
I think
Billie
it's English.
English.
Billie English. I can't tell you one song. I don't know what her voice sounds like.
I think Eilish. Billie
Eilish.
Billie Eilish. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just.
You can tell somebody works in the college. He's hip to the young folks.
I know, right? Yeah. We sound old as hell. That girl, Billy French.
I'm in tune with the youths.
What's that girl name? Nah, but yeah, I don't know, man. Because I don't know if you guys seen the most recent Grinch movie, but Tyler, the creator, did the soundtrack for that and kind of did like a updated remix version of the Grinch song, and it kind of goes. So I don't know, but that song is so iconic, and it's gotta hit. So I don't know what direction you go.
So just to also name out there, in case y'all weren't already subscribing to get your Disney Plus streaming package, they're going to have a Zootopia TV show, and they're going to be a Moana TV show. And also there is something, I don't know how to pronounce it, IWAJU, I think it's Awaju, which is a like Pan-African, like pseudo future related like animated series that's going to take place in Lagos. Like yay West Africa, but boo Nigeria. But no lie, this is super exciting. Like Disney is going to create content that is centered in West Africa. Everyone's winning, y'all. Like that's just going to be a fire show. So yeah, that's all I got for you.
Yeah, and
I'm sure there's more stuff that I missed, but there's a lot of stuff that's coming from Disney relatively soon.
And then I don't know if you guys have seen two things real quick. I don't know if it's pronounced Raja or Raja, The Last Dragon, the newest Disney animated movie coming out.
Yeah, I think it's Raya.
Raya, like that looks dope. But dog, the news we getting from the casting of Spider-Man 3.
Well, until we hear Toby and Andrew, like I don't know what I don't think it's going to be a multiverse related thing. Like I think you can easily say the Jamie Foxx of that Earth also is Electro. The Doc Ock of that Earth also becomes Doc Ock. Like I don't want to rule in multiverse until we see Toby and Andrew sign. Because you don't have to do that. You could just say like, oh, there's that character, and he just so happens to also become Electro.
Yeah. No, I feel you. The only reason why I'm excited or I have hope is because they're shaping up Doctor Strange to be the new kind of like mentor for Peter Parker. And Kevin Feige said that Multiverse of Madness is going to set the foundation for Phase 4. So, you know, and we saw Into the Spider-Verse, people accepted it and it made a lot of money. And, you know, I would love to see the MCU do their own. So we'll see what happens.
Well, they got to find a way to introduce mutants. So, yeah, the multiverse approach would help. And we've seen Sony do it and do a great job at it.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange playing anyone's mentor is a good look.
And Nils, I don't know if you might have mentioned this, but we're getting a Fantastic Four movie.
We are getting a Fantastic Four movie. The first family of superheroes. We are getting a Fantastic Four movie. Good luck. Good luck.
I wish you the best. This is going to be the third time.
Marvel can do it, but they're going to take their sweet time, y'all. Don't expect that movie to come out anytime soon. They are going to take their sweet time in casting and to make that movie because they can't get it wrong. They cannot get it wrong for the fourth time. Yeah, they can't get it wrong.
It's definitely, I think it's one of the last movies to come out in Phase 4. But hey, I know you're hoping. I'm hoping we will get a Doctor Doom in the MCU. So we'll see what happens.
And not just a Doctor Doom, but a Doctor Doom done right.
Exactly.
One of the greatest villains of all time, and we have yet to see him done right in live action. It is I guess there is two things that I want to see before I die. T'Challa and Storm get married in live action, and Doctor Doom. If I can see Doctor Doom, just like I saw those 8 seconds of Darth Vader in Rogue One, that's all I want. Just give me 8 seconds of Doctor Doom being his most badass.
Hey, Shannon, it's gonna be Doctor Doom crashes the T'Challa Storm wedding, and we're gonna look at Nels, and he's gonna be like fumbling at the mouth, convulsing. Nels, you all right?
I will literally die after that because there's nothing left. There's nothing left for me to do. I already taught Ian how to get dap. He can teach his brother. I'm good. Like, I've done everything left on this planet. I'm done.
Tell my family I love them.
The price of admission was worth it. Oh, man.
All right. Anything else y'all want to add?
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wonder, I'm just like, how much money do they have? Like, and I mean, and that's it. Like, we know it's a ridiculous amount, but it's like, how do you afford to do all this? And they did it. And you know what? That's not for me to figure out. That's for me to sit there and give them more money so I can watch it. So that's all I got.
They have. Well, how much money do they have? More money. That's the answer. They want more. And Netflix, good luck. I know they're gonna come with something crazy, but we'll see. But anyways, y'all, thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to Pop Cult Parent. We have a new episode every month or so. You can find us on all social media at Pop Cult Parent. Email us at popcultparent@gmail.com. Don't forget to rate us, review, and subscribe. You'll be hearing from us very soon, y'all. But don't forget to join the cult. Peace.